Oh my god, are we just gonna talk with her there like that? I gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body. I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. There wasn't anything else to say. She was gone. I don't even know why you bothered to check after those injuries and losing that much blood. Frankly, I'd be shocked if she did survive something like that. Huh? Hold on. Hold on! Just wait a second! She's dead? Then that means... Then that means everything that's happened so far is real? It's not a joke or whatever? It's really real? Hell no! Someone save me! Let me out of here! Somebody help me! You're just accepting that now? Oh my god. Okay, I took a little bit of a break just now and I'm ready to begin again. I think the first thing I want to do is look at the Monokuma file that Monokuma said he gave me, except I can't really find it anywhere. I don't believe... Maybe we don't have access to it yet. Maybe we see it later? Cause I looked around a little bit and as far as I can tell, it isn't here. But I did find that these new regulations, well, he told us them already, but this last one is interesting. Additional school regulations may be added as necessary. This is basically like a big corporation writing their contracts to their consumers, saying that they can alter it however they please later, so we're pretty fucked. But I mean, even without this being stated explicitly, he added those 3 rules just now, so we're screwed either way. And I am scared. I'm scared to talk to anybody right now. I really still feel like I can trust Kyoko because she's the one trying to rally everyone together, trying to get us to not have doubt, because that's gonna be the killer, the one thing that kills us. So maybe I'll start with Kyoko. Before we start searching for Sayaka's killer, we need to decide what to do about securing the crime scene. What do you mean? You're thinking of putting someone on guard duty so nobody can disturb the area, aren't you? After all, if the culprit decides to destroy the evidence, we're pretty much screwed. Whoa, I never even thought about this point. I was thinking like a police investigation. As soon as you have a crime scene happened, then it would be frozen off to the public, right? But yeah, I never even thought about that. This is not the case here because the killer walks among us. Oh my god.
Ooh.
In that case, I don't mind doing it. Of course, then you have that huge problem of how can you make sure that the person watching the scene is not the one who wants to mess up the crime scene, right? I don't like having to think anyway. I'll let you guys figure out who killed that chick. Okay, then we can let Mondo look after the scene. Too trusting. Well, no, we can't just leave him there alone. What? Why the hell not? Isn't it obvious? If you were the culprit, what's the first thing you would do? By volunteering for guard duty, you're in a position to destroy all the evidence you want. What? Fuck you! Fine, then I'll stay there on guard duty as well. That way, there's no problem. I think it's unlikely, but I mean, if you're both in on it, right? 2-player co-op based defense with the 2 of them. With their stats, they're totally OP! Thanks for your insightful addition, Hifumi. Since we won't be able to help investigate, we're putting our faith in the rest of you. I'm still pretty freaked out, but I'll try. No one has objections? I mean, yes, it does make it more foolproof if there's 2 people, but it's not perfect. It's not perfect at all. I can't let anything distract me right now. Oh, okay, well. Hifumi? Consciousness has crashed. Restarting now. Please wait a moment. Can we get the socially awkward ones out of here? Right. So... Oh my god. Oh my god. Isn't that terrible? She has a blue circle around her now. Oh my god. Okay, well... I did say earlier that there were some people that I suspected more than others. Actually, I said that I suspected Sayaka the most. But I think in a detective investigation, what is the first thing we want to do? Get rid of all preconceived notions, right? So even though I think, for example, Kyoko is not the killer, I am still going to act as if she may be the killer. Okay, let's just go through them one by one then. She must be so shocked she can't even open her mouth to speak. I still remember you and the master thing, so... Someone got right in front of us! They... Come on, man! Let me out of here! Come on! Someone let me out! He was crying quite a bit, so that makes me think he might not be the killer, but you have to also think about the reverse side. What if he's doing that to make it seem like he's not the killer? Something like that, right? We can't run away from the situation, so we have no choice but to move forward. Encouraging words. Huh? Is this really happening? Screw that piece of shit bear! I hate this, but still, we don't have a choice. We have to figure out who did it. Or else we're all dead. So the really interesting thing I find about the system is, okay, let's say that after this whole thing blows over, Sayaka is dead, and then we find the killer, so the killer and Sayaka will be dead. Then we're put back into this state of equilibrium again. It's not gonna be like a chain reaction where someone starts killing somebody, then another person comes along and wants to kill somebody else, right? But I have a feeling that equilibrium will not last, even though it's given the opportunity to. So you finally noticed? Notice what? I was looking through the Monokuma file we received. Hey, I was looking for that. And I noticed something very obvious and very unusual. Yes, I know she died in my room, god damn it. Huh? What are you talking about? Go ahead, take a look. Notice anything interesting about where Sayaka died? She died in Makoto's dorm. Well, she's right! Then, could it be? All at once, everyone's gaze turned to me. Hold on a second! You've got it all wrong! For just one night, I traded rooms with her. I did it because she was afraid. You didn't tell anybody that, though. Do you expect us to believe that? Just tell us the truth! The look in everyone's eyes had done a complete 180 from just a few minutes earlier. Everyone's really afraid, and I'm guessing most people here don't have an idea of who the killer is, so... Yeah, it's understandable. They want to latch onto every piece of evidence they can find. I just don't like it being me, that's all. The feeling of suspicion and fear had returned. In other words... You think I did it? Are we all done talking? We need to begin our investigation soon. At this point, we should split up. Thank you, Kyoko. We need to get to the bottom of this and find out who killed Sayaka. We'll have to collect clues to form a foundation, then construct an argument to come to a final decision. If we get this wrong... Well, do I really have to say any more? I'd rather you didn't, no. Everyone, pray for good luck. With that, Kyoko hurried out of the gym. I'll be going too. And just like Kyoko, he was gone before we realized it. Oh yeah, I'm on guard duty, huh? I better head to the scene of the crime. Oh, that's right. Let me just say this right now. If whatever son of a bitch did this is here right now, and they're thinking of destroying that evidence, they better not let me find them. I'll skip the trial and cave in their goddamn skull in myself. I'm serious, I will fuck them up. Letting his deadly words hang in the air, he and Sakura ran off. But, I mean, we're not detectives or anything, you know? And we're gonna investigate a murder? How do we even do something like that? The files? We don't really have to do anything in particular. We already know who killed Sayaka. Bitch, shut up! What are you implying?
Yes.
She just said we're suspicious. It was you! I'm telling you, it wasn't me! Don't come any closer! Are you gonna kill me next? Well, I guess it wouldn't hurt to give it a shot. It's not for sure that Makoto's guilty yet. That's true. We may as well at least check just to check. Even if I wanted to, I couldn't help investigate. Wait, why not? I'm not good with blood. All it takes is one glimpse and I black out. I almost feel like that might be pertinent information. What do you do every month then? I'm curious. Well, whatever. I don't think anyone was expecting much from you anyway. Alright, I guess I better get going. Wait! Don't go yet! You have to hear me out! But it was pointless. Everyone had already left. And their parting looks at me had still been filled with suspicion. Does everyone really think I'm the killer? How did it turn out like this? Seriously, they've got it all wrong. Why do they have to suspect me? I have to do something. Otherwise, everyone will. Execution is execution. Execution. We already read that. I can't let that happen. I can't let things turn out the way Monokuma wants. All I have to do is find out who really did it. Who really killed Sayaka. I guess I should look through the Monokuma file we got before. The victim was Sayaka Maizono. The time of death was estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. very shortly after we switched rooms. Actually, not that shortly. We switched that around 10, right? She came before Monokuma had the announcement, so just before 10. 3 hours? The body was discovered in Makoto's room in the dormitory. It doesn't mean she died there. Although, she died in the bathroom, and remember, me and Sayaka are the only two people, aside from Monokuma, who know how to open that bathroom. That might be something to think about. All evidence suggests that the death took place in the bathroom. Vague, but fair enough. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen. There was also an injury to her right wrist. Specifically, the wrist appears to have suffered a fracture. What? We have no choice but to push forward if we want to find out what happened. Somehow, I have to find out the truth so that we can all survive. And for Sayaka, I have to find out how she was killed. Monokuma file number 1. Truth bullets. Ah, facts. Hard facts. I wanted to say something just now, but I forgot it once he finished talking. What did I want to say? Right. So that we can all survive. Yeah, this whole thing isn't just about erasing the suspicion off of me so I can live. It's about erasing the suspicion off me and finding the right killer so all of us can live, because everyone should want to, get the right person. Oh god. How can this be real? 2. Oh, same thing. Aren't you going to help investigate, Chihiro? But I can't leave Junko here. I feel sorry for her. I have to stay with her. Well, one reason you wouldn't want to investigate is also because if you're the killer, then you don't have to investigate. Although if I was the killer, I would hurry up and try to blend in and go investigate. So, too much reverse psychology going on. No way! I seriously don't want to die here! I'm begging you! God, Buddha, Mother Earth, God of Space, King Neptune! Help me! I don't care who it is, just get me out of here! Hiro doesn't seem prepared to do any kind of investigating right now. I really honestly don't really have a clue. What can we use as a clue? If Sayaka died at 1:30. See, I was thinking, if they died closer to when we met up for breakfast, which is just past 7, right? Or was it 7? I can't remember what time is morning. Does it say in the regulations? See, I was thinking, then can we use lateness? 7 a.m. Yeah, 7 a.m. So breakfast is around 7 a.m. Can we use a person being late to breakfast as a sign of them trying to clean up the body? But then would it really take like 5 hours? Can we leave this area now? The sword. The lint roller. I'm surprised nobody... The Monokuma file didn't even mention anything about like weapon of choice or anything. It's not a very complete file and I don't trust it very much. First of all, I should head to the scene of the crime, my room. We won't make any progress without investigating there. So I headed to my room, where Sayaka's corpse still remained. I'd better examine the state of my room a little closer. That might reveal something new. Okay, first things first. Lint roller is missing a few sheets. My preliminary baseless theory is that whoever was using the sword... Wait, this sword isn't even the attack weapon, right? But I'm guessing the lint roller was used to clean up the gold powder, which is why it's missing some sheets. Yeah, we read this earlier. Did Sayaka see how dirty my room was and decide to clean up a little? Yeah, I don't think so, buddy. There's a key on the ground. It has my name on it, so this must be my room key. Oh shit! If I remember correctly... that's right! We'll have to trade keys. Why do we have to trade keys? When we switch rooms, we switch keys too. So Sayaka would have had the key here in my room the entire time. But wait, if that's true, then... How did the killer get into the room in the first place? Could Sayaka have forgotten to lock the door? No, that seems impossible. The same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? After saying that, there's no way she would have forgotten to lock it or open it for any reason. Well, maybe she dropped the key somewhere and someone else grabbed it or something. No, that's not possible either. Sayaka wasn't here when we switched rooms. And with how scared she was, she wouldn't have gone walking around, so she couldn't have dropped it. So, how did the killer... Switching rooms? Okay, I don't understand why you need to switch room keys. Like, I could understand it if this was a normal hotel, but we already promised each other that we wouldn't go outside during the night, right? So, as long as we're in the room and it's locked from the inside, why do we even need to switch keys? That makes no sense to me. There are scratch marks. There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. The sword? Is that evidence of a struggle? It looks like there must have been some kind of fight in my room. Damn it! I was right there in the other room. If only I'd heard something. Soundproof, right? That would not have been possible. Huh? Don't you remember? All of our rooms are completely soundproof. So something could happen in the room right next to you, and there's no way you could know. Perhaps, This was another one of Monokuma's strategies, creating an ideal setting for murder. I was just going to say that. Evidence of a struggle. The sheets! Interestingly enough, like I would expect the struggle to, you know, yeah, on the walls, on the ground, sure. But the sheets also have that same kind of mark. There are gouges in the bed, like someone attacked it. Was Sayaka sleeping? What the hell happened here? So it seems like maybe Sayaka was sleeping. No, that can't be true because if she was sleeping, then there wouldn't be a struggle. She would have just died in one swipe. There are scratches and gouges on my walls and bed. Yes. 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 Oh shit, I accidentally clicked on it again. God damn it. How'd I go faster? I want to look at all the evidence before we talk to the people. Oh, did anyone write anything down? The notepad is still here, but I don't think it's relevant right now. See, this is what you get for not writing down anything. The toolkit is still inside the drawer. I don't see any evidence that it's been used at all. Which makes sense, I guess. I mean, it's mine and I haven't had any reason to open it. I can't even imagine a situation where I need a toolkit like this.
Oh.
Yeah, seriously. Oh, Mondo. We ain't exactly in the mood to be building fucking furniture, right? So you haven't used yours either then? Not just me. Nobody's busted theirs out yet, as far as I'm concerned. Actually, we were talking about it yesterday.
So yeah.
None of the guys have opened their toolkits yet. Cause like, why the hell would we? Why don't we try using the toolkit to break open the windows? Like, I'm sure we can't, but has that thought not crossed anyone's mind? I seem to recall, in Sayaka's room, the kit was open. Like, it showed a little picture of the kit. I'm not sure if I'm overthinking it or is it just a picture or what? This camera saw everything go down. They don't do anything to stop what's happening, the mastermind. They just keep on watching. Well, our room isn't exactly huge, so... We didn't look at the sheath yet. This is the replica sword I brought back for self-defense. Does this mean it was used in the attack somehow? And plus, the sword's been taken out, so it's just a sheath. But... Huh? There's some scratches on the sheath. They must have been made with something sharp. But how'd the sheath get scratched up in the first place? Even if someone used the sword during the struggle, it doesn't make sense for the sheath to be damaged. Maybe Sayaka was holding the sheath to defend herself, and then the attacker used the knife to try to attack her. Or it could be the other way around too. We don't know who is doing what. But yeah. I mean, if you're gonna attack someone with a sword, the first thing you do is unsheath it. A heavy sheath like this would only get in the way. It could just slide off in the middle of the fight. So why are there scratches on the sheath? Yeah, I do think it was used as defense. But why is the sword out of the sheath? Hard to see what happened during the struggles here, but if that was used as a defense thing, like a shield, then what was this doing? What was the sword doing? Was the attacker using the sword? Oh, my mind is all muddled up right now. Is there something behind? Oh no, it's the bathroom door. Okay. Not sure if I really want to go back and see it, but I should look around here first. I can check other spots later. Okay. Did I miss something? Should I talk to the people first? Oh. It's the display stand the sword was on. Alright. Well, let's talk to some of the people then. Sakura, do you think I'm guilty too?
Oi.
I try not to make assumptions like that. I simply don't know whether or not you did this. Thank you. Whatever decision the rest of you come up with, I will follow your lead. I see. From the way she talks, doesn't sound like they're the killer, but never know. You know, I realized something while I was on guard duty. The killer could have destroyed some evidence, right? Before anyone found the body, I mean. Correct. There's a trash room here in the dorms, right? They could have tossed some stuff in there. Yeah, that's definitely possible. The dirty bastard! Anyone who raises their hand to a woman is scum that deserves death. That's what my brother taught me. So if I ever find that son of a bitch that did this, I'm gonna pound his goddamn face in. But what if it was a girl that did this? Shit.
Oh.
That'll all get sorted out when the time comes. Trash room. I don't even think they have to put it in the trash room. They could just throw it out into the garden or something. Definitely don't need to do the trash room. Hey, Kyoko. I quietly called her name while she was investigating the area. But... what are you doing? Isn't it obvious? No, not really. I'm searching. Searching? She was down on her knees, carefully inspecting every inch of my room. Oh my fucking god. Did you lose a contact or something? I don't know what she's doing exactly, but she seems to be concentrating pretty hard on it. But a few seconds later, she suddenly stood up straight and said, "Are you a clean freak?" Huh? No, I don't think so, but what? Nodding, she glanced around my room one more time. Interesting. What's interesting? Just as I suspected, there's something very unusual about your room. Unusual? What do you mean? I've searched your floor from one corner to another, and I didn't find a single strand of hair. Really? Not one hair from the victim, and not one hair from you, even though you've been living in here. You know, now that you mention it, I noticed something while I was looking around before. It looked like the lint roller in my room had been used, but I never touched it. Could someone have used it to... Very interesting. I never thought about it, but yeah, the lint roller knowledge might be only something that Makoto knows, because I don't even know if anyone else has a lint roller, because I didn't see Sayaka have one. Your room didn't have a single hair in it, and someone used your lint roller without your knowledge. In other words, someone other than you came in and scrubbed your room clean. Was it Sayaka? Or the killer? Where are the fingerprint kits, man? That's the question, isn't it? I don't think it's just about the hair. I am fairly convinced the killer was trying to clean up the gold stuff. Can we go check the room now? Are we still missing anything? Oops. Okay. The sword has been taken out of its sheath. I hadn't actually looked at the blade itself till now. I shouldn't be too surprised it's coated in gold too. On top of that, some of the gold coating has come off of parts of the blade and the handle. Yeah, the handle especially is missing a lot of its coating. I remember the coating sticks to you even if you just touch it a little bit. I was looking at everything, and I forgot to look at the sword because we looked at it earlier when we first found the body. Jesus. I think that's it, right? Can we... Yeah. The bathroom. And on the other side of this door. No, I can't let it get to me. I can't afford to freeze up now. Forcing myself to push my panic down, I stepped into the bathroom. Looking at her made it painfully clear it wasn't a dream or an illusion. She had lost everything that made her, her. Sayaka. All at once, I was overcome with dizziness, nausea, the urge to burst into tears. But I can't hesitate now. Why? Why did Sayaka have to die? I have to uncover the truth. I have to find out what happened. I wanted to give up, I wanted to collapse, but that thought held me up and supported me. Oh my god. 1:30. The water was off at 1:30. The water for the showers get turned off at nighttime. I told myself I simply couldn't face what I saw, but now's no time to think like that. I pulled out the Monokuma file to verify what it said about her body. Some sort of sharp object has been thrust into her stomach. That must have been the killing blow. Why would the killer not take the weapon and throw it away? It would certainly halt the investigation a bit. But whatever they used to kill her, where'd they get it? Kitchen knife? That's definitely something I should look into later. Also, according to the Monokuma file, Sayaka's right wrist is broken. Ooh, her wrist does look swollen and bloody, that's for sure. But there's something sort of glittery there on her wrist too. The gold stuff. Right there, where her wrist is all swollen, there's something glittery. That definitely concerns me. Another thing that concerns me is... Huh? There's some blood on her left index finger, but that's it. The palms of both her hands are totally spotless, so how come only her left finger? Sayaka's wrist. The stab wound in her stomach is what killed her, so when she broke her wrist, that must have happened earlier on. I mean, how would her wrist get broken after she'd already been killed? Well, the killer could do it on purpose, although I don't know why they would do that. So it's very possible that she broke her wrist during the struggle. The killer attacked Sayaka in the main room, which is when her wrist got broken. See, Makoto is making a lot of deductions here. And for the most part, I do agree with them, but I'm not sure if I should just be like, oh, okay, Makoto is saying it, so I should believe him. So feel like I should be a little bit on guard too, because Makoto is not the sharpest tool in the shed, as we can already tell. After that, the killer cornered her in the bathroom, where they inflicted the deadly wound. Wait, is that a message? I looked past Sayaka to the wall behind her, and there I saw... Whoa! Leon? Written in blood were the numbers. What? You saw numbers? Oh, but that says Leon upside down, right? 11037. See, you'd think it says 11037, but clearly there is that little diagonal line between the two ones. Did Sayaka do this? Yeah, this is what I mean by saying that Makoto is not the sharpest tool in the shed, because I am fairly certain that says Leon. Do we have our killer already? Well, let's get out of here. We should probably check the trash room. It looks like you found it, right, Makoto? The bloody numbers. That's most likely Sayaka's dying message. Oh my god, we have it. We're done. I've never seen someone written in blood before. It really was her final message. It's as if she wrote it with life itself. So. Do you often talk like an aspiring poet? But the numbers she wrote, what do they mean? Yeah, okay. 11037. I have no idea what that could possibly mean.
それは
The way she wrote the numbers makes me think she wanted to use her body to block them. If she wrote them in that location, while she was sitting the way we found her, then it would have been written upside down. It means she must have wrote them by turning only her hand toward the wall. If you were to write something in that position, do you know what the result would be? The result?
さあ
Think about it. You're not gonna tell me?
苗木くん
You need to uncover the mystery of this case yourself. Otherwise, the case will end and you'll remain unconvinced. I have no idea what you're trying to say, but it's obvious you're not gonna tell me. It sounds like Kyoko knows what Sayaka's dying message means. But honestly, I have no idea. Oh, I know who I should talk to. When it comes to numbers, who better to ask than the ultimate programmer?
苗木くん
There's one other thing I wanted to ask you about. Do you know how the door to your bathroom got broken? Broken? Oh, you mean how it gets stuck?
Eh?
Get stuck? Yeah, I guess I'm the only one, but the door doesn't fit the frame quite right. When I first tried to use it, I thought it was just locked. But once you learn the trick, it opens no problem. Not sure how this fits into the whole thing yet.
そう
So the door doesn't quite fit the frame, huh? But actually, I'm referring to the broken doorknob. Huh? The doorknob?
そうよ
You didn't notice? Well, just try closing the bathroom door. I'm sure you'll see right away what I'm talking about. I did what Kyoko said and shut the bathroom door. Whoa, that thing is diagonal. The doorknob. You're not gonna look at it again? What the heck? The doorknob's practically about to fall off. It's probably because someone doesn't know how to open the door. The killer didn't know how to open the door and he or she was trying to jiggle it a lot. Why is it like this?
どうやら
Someone must have used a screwdriver or something similar to unscrew it. Oh, okay, not jiggling. They're smarter than that. Okay, smarter than me. Whatever it was, it's obvious this was intentional. What? It was intentional? Why would someone want to do that?
それは
I guess maybe they were trying to get the door unlocked and ended up breaking the whole thing. But my bathroom doesn't have a lock on it. Oh, that's a very good point. Only the girls' bathroom can lock, right? She stood there for a while, lost in thought. Then, apparently struck with a sudden realization, she shot a question at me.
ちょっと
I have just one more question for you. Yeah, so... Okay, the door is broken, even though there's no lock. Wait, let's listen to what she has to say first. You mentioned earlier that your bathroom door would get stuck, right? Did you tell anyone about that? Oh, well, I did tell Sayaka about it last night when we switched rooms. So what you're saying is only you and Sayaka knew about it.
ふん
Interesting. She had the slightest hint of a smirk on her face. I got the sense that she was really starting to get into all this.
なるほどね
Then that clears it up. Huh? What clears what up? I'm so lost.
じゃあね
Well, see you later. She figured it out. As if forgetting I was ever even there, she suddenly turned and left the room. Bathroom doorknob. I still don't really understand any of this, but I've already given my room a good once over. Maybe I should look around somewhere else. Okay, so the bathroom doorknob. Someone tried to unscrew it, which means they wanted to open it. But there's no lock on the boys' bathroom door. Everyone knows this. So even the killer... I'm just thinking, if they knew this was a boy's room, and they surely do because it says Makoto outside, why would they... Like, they would know there's no lock. Oh my god, I'm so confused right now. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, they tried to unlock it, thinking it was locked, but it actually was just because the door had to be jiggled a little bit before you open it. So, okay. Well, let's sit on that for a little bit. I should start looking into where the murder weapon might have come from. And also, I should look into the DVD Sayaka got. With Sayaka dead, I have no choice but to see for myself what was in that video. And on top of that, I'm sure there are some other areas worth checking out too. Maybe I should see what everyone else thinks, if they'll even talk to me, that is. This is not Sayaka's room. I'm inclined to think that this is not a targeted attack. The killer did not mean to kill Sayaka, because why would they be looking for Sayaka in my room? So were they really trying to kill me but failed? Man, I just don't know. Whoa, everyone's here. I'm a little bit scared to talk to everybody right now, so you know what? I think I'm gonna go check out the trash room first. It's still locked, right? Yeah, the whole place is still locked, so maybe they couldn't even... Fucking hell. It's the end of the line! The trash room. This is where all the trash in the school eventually winds up. How do you get this gate open? No. No entry beyond this point. Only the person on cleaning duty is allowed in. Cleaning duty? I know. Who's on cleaning duty? What the fuck? This is stupid. It'd be faster just to go around and ask the others. Shut up! I didn't even know we had a cleaning duty. See, yeah, it's a good thing. It's probably better if we go around to all the inanimate objects first, right? Because then we can use that in conversation later. Inanimate objects. Okay, well, let's get out of here, and I feel like... I feel like... Yeah, no one's here. I think the knife came from the kitchen because that's the only place I remember seeing a knife. But then the question becomes, when did they do it? It must have been before nighttime. If it's before nighttime, does that imply that the whole thing was premeditated? We don't even know that right now. It could have been an accidental kill. Well, let's check out the kitchen first. There you go! It's missing one! It's missing one! There are all kinds of kitchen knives here, big to small, but it looks like one of them is missing. Was it missing from the very beginning? Or... I'd better see if anyone here knows more about it. Honestly, I don't know. It could have been missing from the very first day. Trying to see if there are any more coins around here. Hey, maybe if we bribe somebody by giving them presents, they'll tell us more, huh? I doubt it. Okay. Not much around here. And it seems like they're not willing to give us coins during an investigation, huh? Okay, well, let's get out of here then. Hey, so did you notice that one of the kitchen knives is missing from the dining hall? Yeah, weird, huh? I thought it was kind of strange, a knife just suddenly disappearing like that. Oh, so it wasn't missing from the beginning? Nope. Last I remember, they were all lined up in a nice, neat row. So when did you notice one of them had disappeared? Well, I went to get some tea from the kitchen last night and all the knives were still there. But when I finished my tea and went back into the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? What? While you were in the dining hall? Yeah. In other words, you were right there in the dining hall when someone came and took it. Then you should be able to say for sure. You can tell everyone I didn't come to the dining hall last night. Which proves I didn't take it. Aoi's account. Hey, by the way, did you really kill Wow, you're straightforward. Did you really kill Sayaka? What? Of course not. I would never. Hina, do you really think I murdered her? Hey, when did we become when did we become so friendly with her? Hina? Jesus. Well, she was killed in your room, right? So I mean, you guys were supposed to be friends, right? But you still killed her. On the other hand, two people becoming good friends, then one killing the other is a classic drama setup. So when you consider everything together, I honestly have no idea. Yeah, I think one of the first things that... I don't know shit, but I'm just saying, if I were tasked to investigate a murder, besides the evidence of the crime scene, one of the first things you would do is to try to find out who had the closest relations to the victim, right? Except in this case, it's us. And as far as I know, Sayaka has been following us like a puppy the entire time, so I really don't know if she interacted with anyone else. Yeah, I don't think we need to keep checking these, but you can never be too prudent. I wonder if there's a time limit on the investigation. Well, doesn't matter. Either way, I need to move as fast as I can. Oh shit, that's a good point. I'm pretty sure the investigation ends when I've gathered the sufficient evidence. And I have to say right now, Leon,